What is up, guys? Now I'm InnerGeekdom Comic, and right now we're just going to be talking about my goals for 2019. Very vain of me to be talking about myself, but yeah, the goals that I want to set for myself for the next 365 days. I guess 360 days at this point. But yeah, I think it's important to write down what you want to achieve and then speak it to other people. One, it puts more pressure on you to actually achieve it, and I guess it makes it more likely because other people are aware of what you want to do. So to start off with number one, pretty simple. It's about the channel. I'm laughing because last year my goal was to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and that didn't happen, clearly. But I acknowledge that I didn't do enough in the first half of the year. I know for the first 5 months of last year I really didn't put any effort. I put very little effort into YouTube compared to what I'm doing now. For the last 200 days I don't think anyone could fault the amount of effort I've put in. But yeah, that first 4 or 5 months I really didn't do enough on YouTube, and maybe that really hindered me going on to later in the year. But you know, my goal was to hit 10,000 subscribers. It didn't happen. So this year we're gonna go for 20. We're gonna go for 20,000 subscribers. Double or nothing at this point. Got nothing to lose. Might as well chuck it out there. 200,000. Let's not go that far. 20,000. 20,000 is what I meant to say. It's written down as 20,000. 200,000 was a bit of a muck up there. I mean, that would be great, but 20,000 is the goal. The second thing on the list is to do a bit more traveling. I enjoy traveling. I like seeing new things, meeting new people. It's just interesting to see other cultures and see how they do things, which is different to how we do things over in the West. So I want to travel a bit more. Last year I went to a couple of places: China, America. I think that was it. Yeah, 2. You know, big countries, but you know, 2. So that's a pretty big thing. The third thing is to collaborate with other YouTubers. Now, I know collaborations haven't really been a thing as much as they were like a decade ago or 5 or 6 years ago. Right now, we're in this weird place in YouTube where there are collaborations for sure, and I watch collaboration videos, but there's not as many as there used to be. It used to be people would just jump in other people's videos all the time. It's not like that anymore. So I do want to collaborate with a couple of people. That would be really cool. I was on the Food Ranger channel. Trev and Ting were great, so I don't know if that counts. I don't think it does, but I want to actually collaborate and work with other people on their content as well, which could be fun, could be interesting, and it's something I want to really try and pursue this year. Another big one, you know, don't do things small. The fourth thing on the list is to get agents. Now that's for multiple things. Acting is one of them, and something else which I'm not going to speak about right now, but you never know, something might come in the next couple of years to do with a different medium. Yeah, I'll say that. I won't say anything else. I don't want to say anything else to do with that. Five is for Spurs to win a trophy. Now that's not directly linked to me, but it's something that I'm really pushing for this year. I had it on my thing last year and it didn't happen. We got knocked out of the FA Cup in the semi-finals, and it's on my list for this year. Please just get it done, that way I don't have to write on the list ever again, because it's really pissing me off that we haven't won a trophy in 11 years. Yeah, it's a long time. It's a long time. The sixth thing on the list is for one of our videos to hit 100,000 views. It just feels like that's like a very big achievement on YouTube if you have like a video with 1 million views or 100,000 views. So we're gonna go with 100,000. I think we can do it, considering how much the channel has grown view-wise and subscriber-wise over the last couple of months. And I think that we together can actually potentially do that. So that's on the vision board, as they call it. They call it vision boards nowadays. So I just call it a list. So it's my list. Number 7 is a pretty generic one. Just read more, specifically fiction. I don't read enough fiction anymore. I do write a lot. I write some fiction, shorts and short films and short stories, but I don't read as much as I used to. I think I you know, attain all my creative input from like radio, podcasts, and storytelling via radio and TV and film and stuff like that. So I don't really read fiction as much as I used to. So I think probably to try and read more fiction. I do read a lot of non-fiction. But I think maybe I should try and integrate reading at least one fiction book a month every month, as well as all the other stuff I do. So it's not really a big ask, 1 book a month, but just fitting in the time have to do it. That's something I want to do. 8 is 153. Now that's for me to know, and you maybe will never know, but that's just a personal thing that hopefully that will get finished and completed this year, and that will be a wonderful thing for me and my family. Number 9, Avengers Endgame. Now by that I mean literally going to see the film, because a couple years ago, most of you probably won't know because I mean I'm still very, very small, but I was even smaller as a channel then, was that in 2015 I had a car crash. And the first thing, it's really weird how that would be the thing that I would say 3.5 years ago, but now I wouldn't say that at all. But about 3.5 years ago I had a car crash, and I said to myself, when I got out of the car, I was really angry, and then I took a breath and I was like, "You're in your life, you can still see Star Wars The Force Awakens." Wow, that shit really sunk quick, didn't it? But yeah, that was genuinely a thought of mine after that point. So every year since then, I've written down a film that I want to see, because you know, life is very weird. So it's just something I do. It's a weird thing I do. It is what it is. Avengers Endgame, please be good. Please do not sink the ship. Captain Marvel, I pray you to be good. Brie Larson, I wish you all the best. Please don't fuck up the MCU. Please don't do it. I've spent too much time. Everyone has had too much invested in this. Not even from the films, but from the comics and the TV shows. Don't mess this shit up, okay? Please. I believe that you won't. I don't believe that actually, but just don't do it. Number 10 is to get into better shape. Now, I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 months now. I've been going to the gym consistently, probably 4 days a week, if not 5 days a week, every week for the last, you know, 4 or 5 months. And I feel a lot healthier, I feel a lot fitter, I can do more pull-ups, I can do more push-ups, I can run faster, I can row longer, I can push more weight. So I feel a lot healthier and a lot better in myself and my body. So I guess I'm good with that. But I just want to get even more fit, you know. If you're fitter physically, you're fitter mentally generally, unless you have other problems there, which, I mean, everyone has different struggles to deal with, and that's something some people do. Thankfully, that's not something I have to deal with, anorexia or anything on that level. But I just want to get fitter and feel healthier than I ever have before. So that's a big goal in the next year. And the last thing on the list, number 11. I suppose it's normally 10, but I just went, screw it, I've got number 11 as well, one for luck. 11 is to be in a movie trivia Schmoedown InnerGeekdom match. That's a goal for the year. I don't know how that's going to happen. The only way it's really going to happen is if we grow this channel to a certain level where I can actually get the attention of the people there. So you never know. It's all possible. It's all possible. We have a very small world. We really do. So that's the last thing on my list. You guys tell me down below, what are some things you want to achieve in the next year? Things can really swing in your favor. But those are my goals for the next year. I hope they're not too lofty, but I also hope they're lofty enough. You know, you don't want to set goals that are too ridiculous, but you don't want to set goals that are too easy to achieve, because that just means that they're worthless and they shouldn't have been on the list in the first place. And trust me, Spurs winning a trophy is a task in itself. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then actually, I'm gonna go with a positive vibe for this video. You know, it's about positivity. It's positivity. It's about achieving the goals for the next 365 days. So I'm not gonna be negative, but just subscribe anyway. It will help my goal out at least. And if you can't do that, then fuck off. There you go. I put something in there. But yeah, just subscribe. That would be wonderful. Now, I've been InnerGeekdom. You have been great, and I'll see you next time. Do subscribe. Skadoosh.